Welcome back to the channel Gaming for XP, and in today's video we're going to talk about how to build stores for your settlement and everything that you'll need. Let's get building. Here we are at Sanctuary today, and I thought I'd do a quick video for a lot of the beginners in Fallout 4 and people just getting into looking at building shops for the settlements, and just talk about a few things that you need to know before you build your shops, stores, whatever you want to call them. And I've got a few graphics to share with you, so let's get started. So first thing I wanted to talk about was the perks you're going to need, and you can see by that graphic there that you're going to need 2 perks to build the highest level store. So most stores you're going to need local leader, level 2, which will require you to be at level 14 for your character and charisma of 6. And then if you want to build the top tier shops, you're also going to need cap collector at level 20, so cap collector 2, level 2, which will require level 20 and charisma of 1. So that's your first consideration when you start to build your shops. Tier 1 shops, you're fine with local leader, but you're going to need a number of other things to get started. So let's just have a look at what you're going to need next. So I've put a little graph together here, and for each of the stores. So there's 6 different stores there. Trading, armor, weapons, clinic, food and drink, and clothing. And within each of those stores there's 3 tiers. So you can spend some time on this graphic having a look around. But what you're going to need is, obviously we spoke about the perks we're going to need. But also you're going to need wood and steel, and also some bottle caps. And you can see there's, depending on what store you're building, it's going to vary how many caps you're going to need and what tier you're going to be on. So I've done a quick graphic at the end on that right hand side, which shows you that tier 1, to build all 6 stores, you're going to need 2350 caps. For tier 2 it's 4,800, and then for the top tier is 11,800 to build all 6 shops. So that's 1 of each shop in each tier. So hopefully that makes sense to you. So you can spend some time just having a look at this graphic. Thanks to IGN.com for the information, and hopefully that's useful for you to get your head around. So we're at Diamond City, and I just wanted to talk to you about the investment thing that you can do with your vendors, and we're talking to Mo Cronin. You'll see in a second, once we get into his trading menu, that we have an option to invest in the bottom right hand corner. And this essentially, you will need about 500 caps for this, but this essentially increases the amount of caps he holds, which is very useful when if you're building stores in your settlement and you want to have everybody in one place and you don't want them to run out of caps. So just something for you to consider. Even if it's even a tier 1, it will invest a number of caps for you, and he's got an increased amount of money he can give you, or increased amount of stock that he can give you. So next, what we're going to get into is some decoration tips. So let's go down into Sanctuary here, and let's have a quick look at some stores and some information about stores. So we're going to look at the very basic stores today. Now there are these mats that you can get, and they also correspond with tiers, and obviously the level of caps that the store holder will have. So there you go, there's a tier 1 rug, and these are great because you can just have people standing out at the open, just like a trader in your settlement. You walk up to them and just start trading with them. So I just wanted to go through just how a little bit of progress. Dogmeat's very excited today, a little bit of progress on your stores to just show you maybe how you can start dressing your stores up in a very basic manner. So when you first start, and I was guilty of this as well, when you first start and you realise there are stores to be made, basically you just drop this tier 1, usually in the middle of the street, assign somebody to the shop, and off we go. They start trading. But I just wanted to give you some ideas of how you can actually start to, even with these basic ones, start to dress up your stores and make them look a little bit different and a bit more appealing. So, you know, obviously here I've just dropped a barrel in here and a box. And one thing that you might not know about stores is you can actually put a shelf on the front of them, which I've done here, and it just adds a little bit of difference to the overall look. Doug makes so excited there. And also I've put a little bit of a rug there underneath. You can move these around if you get the right, but finding the right spot for the rug can be difficult, but you can actually rug glitch these and move them around if you want. And it can be quite good if you're using a tight little space, which we'll show you in a little bit. So here I've gone to tier 2, and the composition's pretty much the same. We have our box, we have our barrel, and we have a shelf, but then we've put shelves in the back. And this is just a case of adding a few more things, a few more elements into your store, just to make it look a little bit different. Even if it's out in the open, you can do this. You maybe put a little roof on. And certainly that's not what this is about today. This is about just talking about stores and basically what you're going to need and how you can dress them up a little bit. If you want to see me build a couple of different configurations of stores and how I do it, I'm certainly happy to put another video together. And then we go to tier 3, and again you can see how we're building a whole lot of stuff into the shop or the store just to make it look a little bit more appealing and add some depth to it. So I've replaced the shelf with a table, put a fridge in the back because this is a general store, a little bit of painting and stuff. So just thought I'd show you that to give you some ideas of starting with the rug and then building from tier 1 all the way through to tier 3. To take that a little bit further, if we just run out here for a minute, I'll show you a couple of stores that I've built for you. So again, coming back to tier 1, very basic kind of store. There's not much to it. The key if you're going to build something like this is you will need access at the back for your trader to get in. Very important. If you block the access, they can't get in. That's not going to work. So all I've done here is I've put a couple of walls on, a couple of railings, brought that forward, and quite a high roof so that that little sign there will fit just neatly underneath it. So that's idea 1. If you want to get a little bit more adventurous, you can, and I do this a lot with my stores, I put a little bit of balcony on there. Same design, just raised on a foundation, and we've got a level 3 store in here. And obviously it's on a foundation, so there's a ladder at the back, and again a door. Make sure that your settler can get in, and you can build these as big as you like. And then you go to your super duper store, and you could put this up on foundations. You can do what you can put that kind of front walkway in or whatever you like, but just to show you the kind of progression that you can get to. So this is a weapons store, and I've added a whole lot of stuff in here just to give you an idea what's possible for a tier 2 store. And really it's more about the decoration of your stores and how you use these benches. Okay guys, that's about all I had to say on stores today. I just thought I'd run you through a few of the basics. Hopefully it helps you get your head around starting to build some stores in your settlements and what's required. Good luck with that. I think it's a great thing to do. It helps you. I do personally have at least one of each store in my settlements because it just makes life so much easier when you've been out in the wasteland pillaging, and you want to get rid of some of the stuff and buy ammunition and whatnot. I know there's a lot of people that have funded most of their Fallout 4 journey based on jet production and selling them to their vendors. I tend to go with weapons for the same idea, so I sell weapons and buy ammunition and things like that. So just having a quick run around the castle just to show you, a couple of different configurations. I'm certainly happy to put another video out, as I said earlier, on how to build these, but I hope it has been a useful exercise to put this video together. I've enjoyed it. It did take a while to do, and happy building. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.